What's up, everyone? It's Brian from the Exact IT and Cybersecurity YouTube channel. Welcome to this video where I'm going to update you on what is going on with the CDK Global cyber attack impacting tens of thousands of auto dealers and hundreds of thousands of people working in the auto industry. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when we put out content on latest cybersecurity news, cybersecurity attacks, and ransomware attacks. We appreciate the support. Now let's get into today's content. So as I mentioned, the CDK Global attack has caused significant disruptions, particularly in the automotive industry. Some service companies that just service vehicles and large equipment have also been impacted by this. We've heard from them. The cyber attack on CDK is still causing problems for many dealerships across the US. Some software systems are not fully operational as of July 2nd, 2024, making it difficult for dealerships to run their businesses, service, and sell cars. JD Power estimates that dealerships might sell 100,000 or fewer cars in June because of this problem. I've mentioned this on my channel. I mentioned it on my podcast, Security Squawk, that I think this cyber attack is actually going to be something that impacts things like our economy and what our government uses to figure out if our economy is healthy or not. You know, we are not in a great spot with our economy, and we are very data dependent. And this is the kind of data that can get skewed when we don't see consumers buying as many cars and the numbers are down. So then it looks like the consumers aren't as strong. And then you also have pricing issues that are going to come out as a result of this. You're going to have prices on cars that potentially could go up, and you have prices on cars that could potentially go down because people just aren't buying cars, or they want this particular car that they can't really sell right now, or only a couple dealers can sell it. So we don't know how this is going to play out economically, but the numbers are big enough where it will impact the economy, and they're starting to talk about it. The financial loss that these dealerships are going to take on along with CDK is going to be staggering. Experts estimating that dealerships have lost nearly $1 billion in the first few weeks alone. That's $1 billion that's going to not go towards GDP. It's going to be more data that impacts how people like the Federal Reserve deal with our economy, and it's going to be a big number that we're going to have to kind of work our way around to figure out what are the right numbers for the next probably 2 or 3 quarters as a result of this. Hackers targeted these dealerships because they handle a lot of important customer information, including credit card details. That's why the FTC in the last 18 months has cracked down on this industry. They know they're not doing a lot, and they know the kind of information that they deal with when they are selling and buying cars from people. There are reports suggesting that a group called Black Suit is behind the attack. Operational adjustments by these dealers, right? Due to software outages, many dealerships have reverted to using pen and paper. That's how they're getting through this to conduct business. It's far from ideal in today's digital world. They can't do things as quickly. We've seen some dealerships already go into competitors of CDK to try to get through this, and that will happen depending on the dealership, depending on the size. That transition from where they're at with CDK to a competitor may be easy, it may not be easy, but look, they've been down for several weeks now, and these dealerships are getting desperate to change. So how's your dealership dealing with this? If you're working at a dealership, are you changing? Are you going to something like a Cox or Reynolds and Reynolds? Or are you just dealing with this on pen and paper and trying to kind of force your way forward here while you let CDK get back on their feet? You know, this incident is a stark reminder to businesses that they need to consider a lot of the things that I've mentioned in these videos the last few weeks. And a big term I've used is third-party risk, right? You have to evaluate the tools in your business, especially the tools that run your operations, the things that help you make money. If there's something in your operations side of your business that you rely on from a third party, think of your email, right? While most businesses every day get lucky, a lot of companies are with Google, a lot of companies are with M365. That's where like 90% of the businesses have their email. If one of those two services go down, that's going to impact a lot of businesses. And if they go down for an extended period of time, think about how that can impact your business. And that's what a good incident response planning and practice does for your business. So if you need help with that, there's plenty of links down below in the description where my company can help you with things like incident response planning, helping you look at all the things that are critical to your business, including third-party services like something like CDK sees in a dealership. If you were working with us prior to a CDK hack, we would have come to you and said, hey, having all your eggs in one basket it is great from an operational efficiency standpoint, but let's take a look at the risk to your business if that's not available to you, and have that hard conversation to decide what are alternatives that we can put in place so we don't jeopardize our own business from going out of business if this company named CDK or any provider of a critical service that we don't run and own ourselves. We need to evaluate that and figure out how we're going to work if that's not available to us. So email's an example, CDK, CRM systems, they're an example, payroll systems are an example. They're a big thing we see go down a lot, and then companies can't run payroll, they can't pay their staff, and then it becomes a big problem. It becomes a big problem because you don't know how to pay people, how much to pay them this week, and then when the systems come back online, you got to play catch up and you got to get all those things right, like taxes and hours and overtime. And it does take companies like 3 times longer than it normally would to, take care of payroll in these situations. That's what's going on at CDK. They're still down. Dealerships are dealing with this at a major clip. I've done so many videos on cyber attacks in the last week, my head is spinning. And these are just the big ones that we know about. There's tons of little ones out there, tons of small companies that deal with these attacks as well. So it's really important that companies start doing what they need to do in order to protect not only the customer information they're entrusted with, but also make sure their businesses can maintain operations and serve the markets that they're there to serve. So if you need help with any of this, links in the description. If you're a dealer from CDK, we'd love to hear where you're at several weeks into this, what you're doing, what your plans are. Remember, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.